In this video, we're going to predict where every MLB free agent will sign this offseason. And before we dive into the chaos, let's remember this is all in good fun. These predictions are based on a mix of educated guesses, the latest rumors, and of course the needs of every team. We've looked at everything from rosters, minor league systems, positional value, and market demand. Some teams have made it clear they're going to aggressively spend in free agency, so we've accounted for that as much as possible. On the flip side, some teams are going to be more focused on cutting salary than diving into free agency, so we're keeping that in mind as well. With all 30 teams making their moves, it's nearly impossible to get every prediction right, but we're going to give it our best shot. And since we have 150 players to cover in this video, let's tear through the first half of the list with rapid fire picks. So here we go. Catcher Gary Sanchez is headed to the Cardinals. Infielder Luis Urias is headed to the Rangers. He's going to give them some added infield depth. Infielder Abraham Toro, he's going to the Pirates. Outfielder Adam Duvall will go to the Guardians. Second and third baseman Brandon Drury, he's headed to the Rockies. Outfielder Manuel Margot is going to the Marlins. Relief pitcher Adam Ottavino will go to the Blue Jays. Outfielder Aaron Hicks is going to the Giants. Infielder Cole Tucker will go to the Padres. Relief pitcher Adam Cimber is going to the Blue Jays. Infielder Kevin Biggio is going to the Yankees. Shortstop Paul DeJong will go to Detroit. Reliever Alex Wood is going to the Cardinals. Infielder Thairo Estrada will head to the Red Sox. We see first baseman and DH Rowdy Tellez heading to the Rockies. He hit 35 home runs just 2 years ago, so this could be a fun boomer bust signing that doesn't cost the Rockies that much money. First baseman Ty France will go to the Pirates. Outfielder Edward Olivares is going to the Marlins. Left-handed pitcher John Means will go to the Cardinals. First baseman Joey Gallo will head to the Pirates. Reliever Caleb Ferguson will sign with the Astros. Infielder Kyle Farmer will head to the Nationals. Reliever Will Smith is going to the A's. Catcher Elias Diaz will sign with the Marlins. Reliever Jalen Beeks is going to Milwaukee. Infielder-outfielder Whit Merrifield will sign with the Padres. Right-handed pitcher José Ureña will go to the Rays. Reliever Jacob Barnes will sign with the Padres. Outfielder David Peralta is headed to Kansas City. Reliever Tim Hill is going back to the Yankees. Relief pitcher Jose Leclerc will go to the Red Sox. Infielder Donovan Solano will go to the Tigers. Reliever Hector Neris is going to sign with the Royals. Catcher James McCann will go to the Rockies. Reliever Ryne Stanek will head to Arizona. Reliever Ryan Yarbrough will go to the Rangers. Speedy outfielder Travis Jankowski will sign with the Cardinals. Reliever Phil Maton will go to the Cubs. Kendall Graveman is going to the Reds. Reliever Jorge López will go to the White Sox. Catcher Yasmani Grandal will sign with the Red Sox. Joe Kelly is going back to the Dodgers. Right-handed pitcher Chris Flexen will go to the Angels. Reliever Hunter Strickland is going to the Rangers. Third baseman Gio Urshela will go to the Mariners. 37-year-old designated hitter JD Martinez is not done yet. He's going to the Baltimore Orioles. The power-hitting Mitch Haniger is headed to the Nationals. Reliever Lucas Sims is going to the Cardinals. Drew Smyly is going to the Reds. We see relief pitcher Paul Sewald signing with the Cubs. Pitcher Mike Clevenger will go to the A's. Reliever Jakob Junis is headed to the Diamondbacks. Relief pitcher Buck Farmer will sign with the Pirates. Left-handed relief pitcher Scott Alexander is headed to the Yankees. Reliever Yimi Garcia is headed to the Mets. Infielder-outfielder Kike Hernandez will head back to LA. Catcher Carson Kelly is going to the Phillies. And yes, they still have JT Realmuto, but he only played 99 games last season and is starting his decline. So the Phillies are going to need a dependable catcher to pair with Realmuto. Justin Turner will go back to Seattle. Starting pitcher Lance Lynn is going to the A's. Catcher Jacob Stallings will sign with the Astros. Tommy Kahnle is going to the Tigers. Outfielder Jason Hayward will go to the Red Sox. Relief pitcher Chris Martin will sign with Texas. Outfielder Jesse Winker will sign with the Diamondbacks. Left-handed pitcher Martin Perez will go back to the Padres. 39-year-old relief pitcher David Robertson will go to the Washington Nationals. If you're enjoying this, hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed. Jose Iglesias will re-sign with the New York Mets. Right-handed pitcher Colin Ray will go to the Guardians. Starting pitcher Kyle Gibson will sign with the White Sox. Starting pitcher Michael Lorenzen will go to the Pirates. Joe Ross will sign with the Diamondbacks. Right-handed pitcher Spencer Turnbull will go to the Astros. Reliever Andrew Kittredge will sign with the Blue Jays. Left-handed reliever AJ Minter is going to the Rangers. We've got Jorge Polanco going to the Blue Jays. Left-handed starting pitcher Patrick Corbin is going to the A's. Infielder-outfielder Ahmed Rosario will go to the Astros. Left-handed relief pitcher Andrew Chafin will go to the Phillies. Infielder Kevin Newman is going to the Angels. Andrew McCutchen is going back to the Pirates. Outfielder Mark Canha will sign with the Twins. First baseman Josh Bell will go to the Rays. 29-year-old catcher Danny Jansen will go to the Rangers. We've got Aroldis Chapman signing with the Blue Jays. His strikeout rate and ability to reach 105 miles per hour on the radar gun show he's not done yet. Martin Perez will go to the Padres. Outfielder Randall Grichuk will sign with the Minnesota Twins. Starting pitcher Alex Cobb will go to the Yankees. Right-handed pitcher Trevor Williams is going to the Cardinals. Harrison Bader is going to the Guardians. We've got catcher Kyle Higashioka heading back to the San Diego Padres. Closer Kenley Jansen is going back to the Dodgers. While he's no longer the overpowering closer of his prime, his cutter still gets outs, and his consistency gives LA a proven arm as they chase another title. Outfielder Alex Verdugo will go to the Reds. Outfielder Tommy Pham is going to the Red Sox. 41-year-old right-handed pitcher Charlie Morton will go to the Rays. Andrew Heaney is going to the Cubs. Left fielder Jurickson Profar will leave the Padres and sign with the Royals. Outfielder Jock Peterson is headed to the Blue Jays. First baseman DH Carlos Santana will sign with the San Francisco Giants. With 23 home runs and a Gold Glove on his resume, he'll help anchor the lineup while the Giants wait for top prospect Bryce Eldridge to take over. Outfielder Michael Conforto will go to the Rockies. 32-year-old left-handed starting pitcher Kyle Hart will sign with the Minnesota Twins. After an impressive 2024 season in Korea, the lefty, who earned the coveted Choi Dong-hwan Award as the KBO's top pitcher, delivered a dominant 2.69 ERA and 182 strikeouts over 157 innings. He's primed to be an under-the-radar signing just like Eric Fedde was last year for the White Sox. Michael Soroka is going back to the Braves. With a .44 FIP, 50% strikeout rate, and a ridiculous .55 whip in the second half, Soroka is primed to rejoin a contender. 40-year-old starting pitcher Max Scherzer will head back to the Washington Nationals. Max Scherzer is no longer the frontline ace that he once was, but he could be a solid middle-of-the-rotation piece for a contender. 25-year-old second baseman from Korea, Hye-Seong Kim, will go to the Seattle Mariners. Kim has plenty of upside, and the Mariners would be smart to take a chance on his two-way potential. A career .304 hitter in the KBO, Kim's got the tools to make an immediate impact. At just 25, he's primed to hit the ground running in MLB, and the Mariners seem like a great fit for him. They'll be hoping that he becomes a key part of their future. Closer Clay Holmes is going to sign with the Texas Rangers. Outfielder Max Kepler will sign with the Blue Jays. First baseman Anthony Rizzo will sign with the Padres. Left-handed starting pitcher Jose Quintana will go to the Rangers. 38-year-old relief pitcher Kirby Yates will go to the Red Sox. Closer Blake Trinan is going to the Detroit Tigers. The Tigers are looking for bullpen depth and a potential closer. Catcher Max Stassi is going to sign with the Atlanta Braves. Japanese starting pitcher Tomoyuki Sagano will sign with the Phillies. Starting pitcher Nick Martinez will go back to the Reds on a qualifying offer. Left-handed starting pitcher Matthew Boyd will go to the Milwaukee Brewers. 32-year-old right-handed pitcher Jeff Hoffman is going to the Angels. A lot of teams are reportedly interested in considering moving Hoffman from the bullpen back to the rotation. With the Angels looking to improve their starting pitching depth, Jeff Hoffman could be a surprise game-changer if he finds his groove. 42-year-old right-handed pitcher Justin Verlander will head back to the Detroit Tigers. Verlander's return to Detroit is all about legacy and familiarity. While his aging arm and injury history limit his workload, he remains a highly effective pitcher when healthy. With their young rotation, the Tigers will benefit from Verlander's mentorship and occasional dominance, making his signing a perfect blend of nostalgia and need. The power-hitting Eloy Jimenez will head to the Giants. They need a designated hitter, and this is his opportunity to rebuild his value after the last few disappointing seasons with the White Sox. Carlos Estevez is going to sign with the Yankees. His ERA dropped to 2.45 in 2024, showing that his stuff is still sharp despite a slight dip in strikeouts. The Yankees are all about championship pedigree, and Carlos Estevez has a recent track record of getting the job done in the ninth inning. Right-handed pitcher Nick Pivetta will return to the Red Sox. He's always had really good peripherals, and the Red Sox might have finally figured him out, and he still has the potential to be a breakout star. Starting pitcher Luis Severino will go back to the Mets on a qualifying offer. 37-year-old first baseman Paul Goldschmidt will sign with the Houston Astros. Goldschmidt might be on the back nine of his career, but the 2022 National League MVP still carries a potent bat. After a rough first half in 2024, he bounced back with solid second half numbers. A move to Houston, his hometown, could provide the perfect environment for a revival. The Astros could find value in Goldschmidt as a veteran presence with potential upside, especially if he can regain some of his former MVP form. Infielder Hye-Seong Kim is going to sign with the Atlanta Braves. His defense and ability to get on base make him a premium infielder. 33-year-old left-handed starting pitcher Sean Manaea will return to the Mets. The left-hander, who made 32 starts in 2024, reinvented his delivery mid-year, adopting a low Chris Sale-esque release point, and it paid off. By the end of the year, he was the Mets' best pitcher. The Mets are familiar with what they have in Manaea, and a 3-year contract seems like the right call. We've got Yoan Moncada going to the Nationals. The Blue Jays could also be a fit, but after a few underwhelming seasons with the White Sox, a fresh start in DC could be exactly what Yoan Moncada needs. The pressure would be low. Look for Moncada to pursue a short-term deal, possibly even a 1-year prove-it deal. He's looking for an opportunity, and the Nationals have a big gaping hole at third base. Next, we have left-handed reliever Tanner Scott going to the Cubs. The last 2 seasons have put him on the map as one of the game's best relievers, racking up 188 strikeouts over 150 innings with a stellar 1.05 whip. Scott is expected to be the highest-paid reliever this offseason, and his fit in Wrigley's bullpen could be the missing piece that transforms the Cubs' late-inning strength into one of the league's most intimidating. First baseman Christian Walker will sign with the New York Yankees. He's been an underrated force for the Diamondbacks, delivering steady production with OPS plus scores hovering in the 120s and some of the best defensive metrics among MLB first basemen. The Yankees really need a first baseman, and Christian Walker seems like a no-brainer. Walker has carved out a reputation as a reliable, hard-hitting first baseman who could fill a critical need for a contender. We don't see him going anywhere else except to a contender, and this has the Yankees written all over it. 30-year-old right-handed pitcher Walker Buehler will sign with the Detroit Tigers. After a rocky regular season post-Tommy John surgery, Buehler's postseason heroics reminded everyone why he was once a Cy Young contender. His signature fastball regained its electric vertical movement under the brightest lights, and his knuckle curve turned hitters into spectators. The Tigers are looking to solidify their rotation, and we see them pouncing on Buehler's upside. With a 1-year prove-it deal on the table with a possible option attached, we see the Tigers banking on his ability to rebuild his value and possibly one of the main keys to bringing a championship to Detroit. 33-year-old left-handed pitcher Yusei Kikuchi will sign with the Baltimore Orioles. Kikuchi has proven he's more than just a mid-rotation arm. When he's locked in, he's kind of an ace, with a nasty revamped slider and a blazing fastball that hitters can't catch up to. Kikuchi's arsenal is built for Camden Yards and beyond. For Baltimore, it's about adding a reliable veteran who can win in October, and Kikuchi fits the bill. He's not just a pickup, he's a statement of intent for a team that's ready to make some noise in the American League. Next, we have 29-year-old right-handed pitcher Shane Bieber signing with the Angels. He might not light up the radar gun like he once did, but his pinpoint command and devastating breaking balls still make him a top-tier arm. The Angels need consistency and upside in their rotation, and they've made it clear that that's one of their main focuses of the offseason, and Shane Bieber offers both. So this is a win-win for both the Angels and Bieber. 29-year-old outfielder Tyler O'Neill will sign with the Philadelphia Phillies. When he's on, few can match his light tower power, and in 2024, he proved it with 31 home runs for the Red Sox in just 113 games. And he's still under 30, so there's serious upside for teams needing an impact bat. O'Neill isn't likely to break the bank, but his mix of high-caliber power and good corner outfield defense makes him a valuable addition for teams in need of right-handed pop. Next, 29-year-old right-handed starting pitcher Jack Flaherty will sign with the Washington Nationals. The Nationals are ready to flip the rebuild script, and Jack Flaherty could be their headliner. After a bounce-back 2024 that saw him dominate for the Tigers and Dodgers, Flaherty's stock is sky-high once again. And at 29 years old, he's hitting free agency with momentum. Washington needs a leader atop their rotation, and Flaherty's mix of fiery competitiveness and high-octane stuff could anchor their pitching staff. Next, 30-year-old outfielder Anthony Santander will be headed to the Yankees. Now, the Yankees are in the mix for Juan Soto, but if they don't re-sign him, then they'll make sure that they don't miss out on one of the other top outfielders on the market. Santander, fresh off a career-best 44-homer campaign, is likely to become a Yankee. As one of MLB's premier switch hitters, he's proven his pop is no fluke, with 105 dingers over the past 3 seasons, second only to Pete Alonso, while his .814 OPS and clutch power make make him an instant game changer. His durability is just as impressive. Santander's been a fixture in the lineup, barely missing a game since 2021. That's more valuable than it might sound. And sure, his defense may not win Gold Gloves, and his sprint speed isn't breaking any records, but who needs wheels when you're smashing baseballs into the stratosphere? Santander's bat is a great fit for Yankee Stadium, and while the Yankees could re-sign Juan Soto, we think that Santander is just as good of a bet. If you're enjoying this, hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed. Next, we have 28-year-old second baseman Gleyber Torres signing with the Kansas City Royals. A two-time All-Star by age 22, Gleyber Torres hit a rough patch, finding himself barely above league average by 24. This past season, it was a tale of two halves, an underwhelming first half and a breakout second half that showcased his potential. Now he's entering free agency without a qualifying offer, and that's important because it makes him a cost-effective pickup for teams like the Royals. There's talk that the Yankees would like to have Torres back, but he's clearly not their top priority, and their decision to not offer him a qualifying offer speaks volumes. It makes him so much more attractive to other teams and increases the competition that the Yankees will face in trying to re-sign him. So we don't believe that they actually have plans to re-sign Gleyber Torres no matter what the Yankees are telling their fans. But let's remember, he's only 28, making him one of the youngest free agents available this year, and the Royals might end up getting the best out of Gleyber Torres. 35-year-old right-handed pitcher Nathan Eovaldi will sign with the Atlanta Braves. Eovaldi is a proven postseason performer and a starter you can rely on. Eovaldi's a seasoned righty with a solid track record. His consistency and durability make him a perfect fit for any team that's looking to solidify their rotation, and the Braves have already made it clear that they're all in. He may not dominate the Cy Young discussions anymore, but he's still an incredibly reliable option, especially when it counts in October. For the Braves, Eovaldi is exactly the kind of season starter that they need. Next, 32-year-old outfielder Teoscar Hernandez will return to the LA Dodgers. Hernandez bet on himself with a one-year deal in 2024, and it paid off big. Hitting 33 home runs and earning his second All-Star nod, Teoscar Hernandez became a key player in the Dodgers lineup and helped them to a World Series victory. Hernandez showcased power and consistency, and his clutch postseason moments solidified his value to the Dodgers. Now a free agent, Hernandez is going to receive a lot of interest from contenders, especially the Red Sox, but the Dodgers would love to bring him back, and he has a better chance of winning another championship in LA. He's expected to have plenty of teams trying to sign him, even if his contract is short-term due to his age. But at the end of the day, Hernandez returning to the Dodgers seems like a done deal. Next, 30-year-old first baseman Pete Alonso will sign with the Washington Nationals. Alonso's power is a game changer, and the Nationals will snag him to supercharge their lineup. With 40 home run power and a big personality, Alonso has been the beating heart of the Mets offense. But as the Mets retool under David Stearns, Alonso's future in New York feels a little less certain. Enter the Washington Nationals, a team hungry to fast-track their rebuild with a proven slugger. Washington's lineup needs some pop, and Alonso's monster home runs and elite extra base power will inject the star power that they've been missing. Surrounded by young stars like James Wood, Dylan Cruz, C.J. Abrams, and rookie third baseman Brady House, the Nationals have a lot of upside. Alonso would be a great addition to this team. Expect him to lead the Nats youth movement for years to come and back to the postseason. Next, we have 31-year-old left-handed starting pitcher Max Fried signing with the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox are ready to make waves, and Max Fried could be the ace that they've been craving. They want to make a big move. We think this is it. A southpaw with elite command and a dazzling six-pitch repertoire. Fried has been a steady force since 2019. The Bo Sox need stability at the top of their rotation. Fried's not all about flashy strikeouts. He's about control, efficiency, and giving his defense a chance to shine. For Boston, he represents a reliable ace who can handle the AL East pressure. Expect the Boston Red Sox to pounce on him. Japanese starting pitcher Roki Sasaki will head to the Dodgers. Sasaki could be the hottest pitching import since Shohei Ohtani. His elite velocity and pinpoint control make him a prime candidate for MLB success right off the bat. He's only 23, and he's already a proven elite starting pitcher. Sasaki's blistering 101-mile-per-hour fastball and high strikeout potential are exactly what the Dodgers look for. And in Japan, the Dodgers are currently the most popular team. And it's no secret that Sasaki would love to pitch with Ohtani and Yamamoto, and his marketability in LA and around the world would be enormous. But as we've seen with Ohtani, there's a lot more money for elite Japanese pitchers to make when they play for the Dodgers and receive big sponsorship deals in Japan and around the world. So the amount of salary that the Dodgers can offer Sasaki really doesn't matter here. It's all about the opportunity. Next, 29-year-old shortstop Willy Adames will sign with the San Francisco Giants. Adames is truly the perfect fit for the Giants this offseason as they look to solidify their infield. Known for his power, consistency, and leadership, Adames brings 3 straight 20-plus home run seasons and elite defense to the table. Adames has said that he's now open to playing third base as well. And while he would be a good fit on some teams that are looking for new third basemen, this is often a tactic that agents use in order to increase as much interest in the player as possible. The Giants are in need of a standout shortstop, and Adames could offer them a steady presence at a position that they've struggled to lock down. Just imagine Matt Chapman at third and Willy Adames at shortstop. The left side of the Giants' infield would be on lockdown. Next, 31-year-old third baseman Alex Bregman will sign with the Detroit Tigers. The Tigers, fresh off a surprising playoff performance, are locked in on adding the final pieces they need to contend, and Bregman would slot in perfectly at third base. His reunion with A.J. Hinch, his former manager in Houston, makes this move all but inevitable. The Nationals, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Angels, Phillies, and a host of other teams are all interested in signing Bregman, but one could argue that Detroit needs him the most. I don't see him returning to the Astros even though they said they're interested. They have Bregman as a free agent this year, and a year from now it'll be Kyle Tucker. They can only afford to keep one, and while it would make sense to re-sign Bregman and play out 2025 with both Bregman and Tucker in their lineup, long-term, Kyle Tucker is the player that it seems like they would prefer to have. Meanwhile, Detroit will have no conflict of interest whatsoever in terms of adding Bregman. His Gold Glove winning defense and knack for getting on base make him a solid fixture in the middle of any lineup. The former MVP contender might not be the superstar that he once was, but he's a reliable bat with a great postseason resume. The Tigers can count on him to add power in their lineup and stability to their defense. Expect a big impact if Bregman heads to the Motor City. Next, 32-year-old left-handed starting pitcher Blake Snell will sign with the Baltimore Orioles. Blake Snell is coming off another electric season, one that saw him rebound dramatically after a rocky start. The 2024 season saw Snell post a league-best 1.23 ERA in the second half. He strikes out hitters at an elite rate. He reached a career-high 12.5 K per 9 this season, and despite a high walk rate, his stuff is simply overpowering. Snell's tweak in his pitch mix mid-season, emphasizing his curve over his slider, resulted in a dominant run that has contenders paying attention. So expect the Giants, Padres, Orioles, Red Sox, Yankees, Mets, Nationals, Tigers, and probably a few other teams to be in the bidding. When you prove yourself like Snell has done over the past 2 years, teams take notice. Snell has shown that he's capable of being an ace. The Orioles have been building towards something special, and adding a pitcher with Snell's potential could be the missing piece. If you're enjoying this, hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed. Next, 30-year-old right-handed starting pitcher Corbin Burnes will sign with the New York Mets. Burnes brings with him a Cy Young Award and a track record of innings and elite performance that few can match. Known for his cutter-dominant approach, Burnes uses his mix of 5+ pitches to dismantle hitters on both sides of the plate. He's been one of the most consistent pitchers over the last few seasons, outperformed only by the likes of Zach Wheeler in terms of WAR. At 30 years old, Burnes is in line for a 9-figure deal. The Mets are serious about contending, and after clearing off a lot of salary, they now have a lot of money to spend. Even though there will be a competitive bidding war for one of the game's best pitchers, we see the Mets being serious about this, going the full distance and locking down Corbin Burnes. Then finally, 26-year-old outfielder and generational star Juan Soto will sign with the New York Mets. Soto is the crown jewel of this free agent class, a superstar in his prime. At 26, Soto just wrapped up a career year with 41 home runs, 128 runs scored, and an impressive 8.1 WAR, further solidifying his status as one of the most valuable hitters in baseball. With his agent Scott Boras steering negotiations, Soto has all the leverage, and a $500 million deal is not out of the question. He's never had an OBP under 400 or a WRC plus under 140, making him an on-base machine and the kind of player that championship teams dream of. Throughout his young career, Soto's been the centerpiece for contenders like the Nationals, Padres, and now the Yankees, and his bat has made him one of the most feared sluggers in the game. With 4 5-win seasons already under his belt, he's entering his prime, and the Mets are ready to build around him. New York's bold, big market mentality matches Soto's star power, and signing Juan Soto will make the New York Mets an even scarier contender in the National League. Alright folks, that wraps up our list of 150 free agent predictions. Thanks so much for sticking around through all the names and scenarios. I hope you had some fun with it, even if a few predictions might make you scratch your head. Remember, this is all in good fun, and with 30 teams chasing after these free agents, it's nearly impossible to get every prediction spot on. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and hit that like button, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more baseball content. It takes a lot of work to write, research, and produce these videos, and your support means the world to us. Let's keep the conversation going. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments. Is there a certain player that you really hope your favorite team gets? Let us know. Or do you have your own predictions? If so, drop them in the comments. Just remember to be kind to others because we're all fans here, and we're just speculating on what could happen. It's all part of the off-season fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. And there you have it. You've made it to the end of this episode, and we really appreciate that. Hit the like button down below. Then take just 1 second of your time and make sure down below that you are subscribed to this channel. We ask that you do, because that guarantees that we definitely get to see you back here next time. Thanks for watching.